This is the water drain pipe for the water heater. It's the temperature pressure relief valve drain pipe. It's not supposed to terminate higher from the ground than 6 inches. When water comes out of this, it comes out at 200 psi. It comes out at 200 degrees and 200 psi. It's a hot steam jet that would just fry your little dog if he was over here, taking a whiz or barking at the thing. Or maybe you got children over here, or maybe the electrician and the meter readers over here, and that thing opens up. And so it's liable. It's a liability. I thought I turned you off. You're kind of hard to turn off, aren't you? Kind of hard to turn off. You weren't on when I got here. I might have to get a bigger wrench. Well, I'm opening it up now. There you go, showing my mechanical skills. There we go. More than one way to skin a cat. Okay. But we're talking about the water heater, and the temperature pressure relief valve was too high. We come into the garage. We're inside the garage. That's southeast corner of the garage. This is our water heater tank. Okay? And this is our data plate that tells us that at one time it was a 50-gallon tank. After a few years, it'll build up with sediment. And then you won't have a 50-gallon tank. You can go on YouTube and say cutting open old water heater tanks, and it'll just be full of demonstration after demonstration. And we've got a lot of calcium in this area. And this water heater is about 25 years old, so it's had plenty of time to accumulate a lot of sediment. In fact, water heaters only last about 10 years. So this thing is given twice what we ever expected it to. I'm going to double check the information, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it was built in 1999, and the house was, and I'm thinking this might be original. So that's pretty impressive. But we're not letting it off the hook yet. Let's start at the bottom, going to the top. We do not have a safety pan. That drains to the exterior. Our gas piping coming in here. This gray flexible gas has been illegal. Connectors have been illegal forever. Okay, if this is not the original tank, that gas should have been replaced since then. Since 1999, I can't even believe it was available in 1999. But here we go. This stuff has a bad reputation. There's brass inside of it. Has a bad reputation. Something about a school blowing up. So, it's kind of important. Maybe less important, but important to me as a home inspector. But since this has been installed, and since mine has been installed 15 years ago, I need to change mine. We should have a sediment trap right here to catch the gas impurities as they go into the burners. So we do not have a sediment trap. Okay. We know this is an old whammer jammer because it's not electronic ignition. We do not have electronic ignition. How about that? It's been a long time since I opened up one of these. I wasn't really prepared for this. Oh, you're screwed shut? Oh, there you go. We got a door. Told you, man, I'm kind of rusty. Speaking of rusty, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for rust. So we'll just get in here and hang on. Fumble bucket home inspections. Come here. How does it look in there? It doesn't look that bad. I'm going to try and get a still image. Let's see. Upside down. Can we get a light in there too? Okay, everybody turn their heads around. That is pretty impressive. Maybe I'm wrong about the age. I'm not wrong about this. I'm not wrong about the sediment trap. I'm not wrong about the safety pan. Okay, I'm not wrong about the safety pan going outside. I'm not wrong about this drain pipe discharging too high. Also, this drain pipe, okay, should have an air gap in it in the same room as the water heater. It doesn't have that. But that's what it should have. It should have an air gap in the same room as the water heater. The temperature pressure relief valve. People put all those stupid blankets around these things. Don't do that. Look, it's cold. All right? Put your hand up here. Hot, 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 hot. That's where you're losing your heat. This is where you're losing your heat. You see that? This should have been insulated. This should have been insulated. So we're coming on up here. Another sign of the times. Another sign of its age. Something I don't see very often. A couple things I don't see very often. But this is our draft hood, okay? And this is single wall pipe going up there. And our water piping coming out of the wall should have escutcheon plates on it. We do not have that. Okay, this is the main shut-off valve, which is a good thing. And that is the main bonding for the electrical, but we do not have an escutcheon plate. We see it right there. Is that all you got, bud? No. Look at these little copper nipples right there. That's what plumbers call them. Plumbers have dirty mouths. But anyway, those copper nipples. We're supposed to have dielectric unions. We do not have dielectric unions. How important are they? I don't know. I just looked at the burner compartment, was impressed. Okay. Now this is beyond the scope of a home inspection, but that right there is your sacrificial anode. They're supposed to be replaced about every 3 years. That doesn't look like it's ever been replaced. Okay, so hang on. Let me try and get down here. Ballerina home inspections. Okay, so we do not have dielectric unions. So, no escutcheon plates, no dielectric unions, single wall connector for the draft hood. Temperature pressure relief valve is not insulated. Do not have an air gap in the same room as the water heater. We have an old school, illegal, gray coated plastic gas fitting. We do not have a sediment trap. We do not have a safety pan and drain line.